in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Houston Oilers and the Carolina Panthers. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Look at it. 56. Check 56. Watch the run. Watch the run. Slam, slam, slam.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Ready? Look at it. 56 is the mic. It's our field. Hey! It's our field. Ready?
This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. And he'll find Hall. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that, because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. Taken in at the 22. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense, because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Now this throw caught left side. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one goes for 24 yards.
1st down, Houston.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Jones. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Play action. Haskins. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. 3rd down. Here's Haskins. Touchdown, Houston. Mike Evans, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't.
And now nothing but green ahead of him. And he'll be down deep into Houston territory. A big play there from McCaffrey. 69 yards. So he nearly took it the distance, gets him down inside the 10 for a first and goal.
I'd love to be in his head right now because is he rewarding himself for a great run or is he kicking himself because he didn't get all the way to the goal line?
And he's got his man. It's Samuel. Touchdown, Carolina. Curtis Samuel with touchdown number 7 on the year as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point try good by Gano. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by James Bradbury. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a Carolina first down on a gain of 16. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Forced out. The ball comes out.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
8, next pass. Mike's 56. I got one. 56. Mike, 56. 56.
On 2nd and 11 now. Newton, and he's got McCaffrey open, complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Check 24. Tighten up.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off. Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
On 2nd and goal, Newton looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
Now Newton on 3rd and goal. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You got to get it done with your offensive unit.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Now Haskins to throw it. Dancing to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Well, it looked like a quick hitter, a 3-step drop. But when it's not there, what do? He elects to try and escape through the mass of bodies up the middle, and he does so and picks up positive yardage.
To throw again on 2nd down. Haskins. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. A gain there of 21 yards.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3. A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal.
At the 3-yard line.
One back in the game. That's Jones. 2nd and goal. They'll try to run it in with Jones. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Ronald Jones, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And his guys are going to retake the lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. A shotgun snap for Newton. Eluding the pressure right. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter. A lot of time to change things. He's got his target. That's more. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. They chalk that one up as a gain of 34 on third down. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. Hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's down.
Right into the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Mike 56.
This first half of action. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. On 2nd and 12, Newton looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hall. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A gain there of 21 yards.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Ready? McKinney. Gun. 56. And we got to get to the ball, team.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and makes creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times the play caller just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. They'll try the air now with Newton. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Ian Thomas, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Panthers are once again going to retake the lead. Oh, I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Under a minute to play here in the half. Time for a late drive.
It makes sense when you think about it. Hey, try and get a field goal, give yourself a lead going into the half. But if you're going to do this, you better have supreme trust in your quarterback. Supreme trust in the guy who's going to handle the football. Because if you turn it over here, not only do you go in down at the half, you've given the momentum squarely to your opponent.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Off the play fake. Here's Haskins. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Houston. Robbie Anderson, his 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are able to regain the lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again, Newton. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Newton. And he's going to go down again. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Here's Michael Pilardi now. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Taking it about the 36. A good return there, 17 yards. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. They go play action with Haskins. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Final play of the half. It's Haskins. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. So we've come to halftime in a 5-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. Haskins hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And he takes it into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery and a touchdown for the Panthers. Gano for the extra point. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally brought down at the 43. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
On the ready. Mike 57. Mike 57. Mike 57. 57's right.
They go play action now. Haskins looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. 15 yards on the play, first down. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down. So first and 10 now from the 30. Haskins looking to throw on first down. Airing this one out for Evans. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Ball on the 30 as they come up, second and 10. Second and 10. Here's Haskins again. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
Not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore, and now it's third down.
Basically, you're not going to outwork two guys very often.
Double coverage. I thought he was going to go somewhere else with the football. I get it. That's a stud wide receiver. You want to try to get him the football.
Yeah, sometimes you rely on him a bit too much. You forget the other options that are out there.
Newton. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. T.J. Green with a pick. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
The throw right sideline here is complete. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be second and 9. Well, they brought the pressure, and that meant man coverage behind him, so he's still able to complete the pass.
Even as he took the hit, and that's what you have to do, because I was just talking with a coach the other day, and he said, look, it's not always going to be pretty back there. You're going to have to give me completions, even when you're taking some hits. Sometimes you have to be your own blitz control, for lack of a better term. got to make completions, step up and make those throws, and he did that.
And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory.
They've been running it well all game, and why not? The big guys up front, they're just having a ball, creating monster holes for their guys to run through.
Third and 2, now Haskins. Airing this one out for Evans. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got to step on them. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. One back in the game. That's Jones. 2nd and goal. Now Haskins. And it'll be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Now on 2nd and 13. Newton flushed out right. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Here we go. Here we go. 8. Mike 8. Hey, here we go. Order. You don't know no better. Mike 8. Bandit.
3rd and long. It's Newton. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And his guys are going to have the football back as the 3rd quarter comes to an end. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. 15 yards through the air and a 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Jones. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
They'll go again to Jones. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and just like that, it's 3rd down. This time, Haskins will look to throw. Being chased at under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they left little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Newton. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45.
Check. Check out route.
Here's McCaffrey. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. Shedding the tackle, and it gives him some room. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. And this is caught. He hits Moore. It's a 1st down following a gain of 3.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
On the ground, McCaffrey. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Ready? 56, 8. 56, right there, 56.
This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. Escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the 1st. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the 1st, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movements. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. Now Newton. And this one's caught. And their fourth quarter lead grows by a couple more. So they go with a pass, and it works there on the two-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on two-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a two-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
First down and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now it's Haskins. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Brian Burns in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. 4th down, here's Haskins. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a first down. So that one hurt. No timeouts left. Look at where the ball is on the field, Charles. I don't know if the fat lady's singing yet, but she's starting to hum a little bit, isn't she?
You think she's doing scales at this point? I don't think there's any doubt about it, but they had to go for it. In this situation, with their timeout situation as well, they had to take the chance, try and get it done. They didn't. Now they're powerless to stop them, essentially.
They need a big play somehow from their defense.
Set 180.
So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them to just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea of what they wanted to accomplish, just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.
So for the Panthers, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they'll get another home date next week as the Saints will come to town. Meanwhile, for our visitors, they drop just their second game so far as they fall to 5-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.